Hello, this is Ruth Ann McKinnon and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do part one of a two-part perfume haul. Since I've been sick the last several weeks, this has been going on well over a month. I just seem to be sick going on and on and on. Anyway, I got a little, not depressed, I don't get depressed, but I got a little discouraged, let's say that. And I did a little more shopping probably than I should have, but everything that I've purchased has been very affordable. I would say every single one of the fragrances I'm going to cover in this video is probably under $20, definitely under $30. And in my next video, about the same. There might be a couple that are a little like between $30 and $40, but anyway, everything is very affordable. And things that are generally not spoken about on YouTube, and I'm not sure, I don't want to rant, but I've almost completely stopped watching perfume videos because the focus of them all seem to be on really expensive perfumes. And I'm not interested in expensive perfumes. I don't buy them. I don't wear them. I'll never even smell them. I don't even go into stores to sample them because it's unrealistic. And I know for a fact that you can smell absolutely fabulous and not spend that much money. So anyway, my little rant being over, I'm going to get started. My first one here is a Banana Republic Classic. It's called Classic. This is an eau de toilette formulation, and I had it on my watch list on eBay for quite some time before finally deciding to buy it. And what I've got to say is it smells exactly like what I expected and what it looks like, and it's beautiful. So this is a dry, crisp, white floral that has a little bit of freshness in it. There's no greenness. I'd say it's slightly powdery, but it's primarily white musk. And I just said crisp and then I said powdery. So when I first sprayed it on, it's like a white pepper, pink pepper kind of sharp white musk. And then as it dries down, it becomes a little more soft and a little bit slightly powdery. But I wouldn't call it overall a powdery fragrance. That's only a mild quality of it. It's primarily a crisp, clean, white musk. It's the kind of fragrance that works out perfectly in summer. You could probably get away with wearing this in perfume-free zones. I'm talking specifically to people like nurses, doctors. Myself, I'm a nurse practitioner, and I work in a perfume-free zone. I have pretty much my whole career. This sort of fragrance can be worn in a perfume-free zone. I would just be careful to only wear it on skin, not on clothes, and only a couple sprays. Very inexpensive, very pretty, very preppy, kind of clean fragrance. Highly recommend. I think I paid $20 for this, and this is a full 100 ml bottle. Next up, I have one of my absolute favorite fragrances. This is a classic. This is called White Shoulders, which is made by Evyan. And so I'm just going to show you kind of how I purchased this on eBay, but it's actually a gift set. So it also came with perfume body lotion and perfume body wash. I've used the lotion. I have not used the wash yet. The lotion is mildly scented. It's not as strong as I would have liked, but I'm still glad to have been able to try it. So the scent of White Shoulders, this is an old classic scent. I believe it goes back to the 30s. This is just a classic powdery white floral. It has let's see, it's got a slight greenness to it, but it's not a green fragrance. It only is enough in there to cause it to have a little bit more class and a little bit more depth and interestingness to it, if that makes sense. When I first spray this, I get a strong sense of honeysuckle. And that's not a common note in perfumery. I see a lot of notes of honeysuckle, but then when I spray them, I don't really smell honeysuckle. This is really my favorite honeysuckle accord, it doesn't last. That honeysuckle doesn't last throughout the whole duration of the wear. But then there's civet in the base. Now, this is not the frightening kind of civet. This is not really, this is not a dirty fragrance, but that civet mixed with the powdery notes and the white florals cause it to be a long-lasting fragrance. That is primarily why civet was used so frequently in fragrance in the past, because it really lengthens the duration. It's a long-lasting note. So this fragrance, I'm not kidding, on me will last 8 hours. It's a beautiful, ladylike, classy floral that is long-lasting and very inexpensive. I bought this gift box. It was well under, I'm going to say $25, $24.99, something like that. And that includes shipping. So, and this I always see also on the shelves in like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So, and it's because it's so inexpensive, if you like powdery white florals, I highly encourage you to give this a try. It's just beautiful. All right, next I'm going to do a couple of fragrances that are just a little bit different. And I found this on Amazon. This is actually a baby cologne. I didn't even know baby colognes existed until I saw it on someone else's perfume channel 2-3 years ago. And so since then, I've been experimenting with them. And from what I understand, most of them are either European or Mexican. So this one, I believe, comes from Italy. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, and I can't even read it. This is either Spanish. I'm not sure. Anyway, this one smells like bubble bath. So it's not really soapy. It has that kind of floral bubble bathy scent, and it's really, really nice. Now, I have 3 grandchildren. Actually, I have 4 because I have 1 on the way. So I always splash a little baby cologne on them after the bath. And I mostly put it on their clothing, on their pajamas, rather than on their skin. But I've actually converted, quote unquote, converted my children to the idea of using it so that their children smell great. In fact, my oldest grandson, who's now 3, when I get him out of the bathtub, he'll point to the bottle and he'll say, "I'm going to smell really good, right, Grandma?" So I have several different kinds of baby perfume, and this is my most recent one. And it's really nice. In fact, I would love smelling like this. Who doesn't like smelling like bubble bath? Of course, it doesn't last at all. This is fleeting, 15-20 minutes, but this big 8.3 fluid ounce bottle was under $10. So it's like a baby bath, or not baby bath, it's a body spray. That's what I'm thinking of. But anyway, it's just kind of fun. And then I have another one here. This is another baby cologne. You can see here it's called Baby Cologne. I don't know if you can read that, but this one's called Royal Violets. And I will look at the manufacturer and I will have it in the description box below. So if you're interested in these fragrances for any reason, you'll be able to find them. Again, I purchased this on Amazon. And this one is just a very, very light, powdery violet scent. And I bought this specifically for my 2 granddaughters. I would not put this on my grandson. I usually use a powdery or citrus smelling baby cologne for him. This one is really more girl oriented. And I really have nothing other to say than it's short-lived body spray, but it's a beautiful violet. It's actually really, really pretty. So if you're interested in this sort of thing, I recommend it. Next up, I have, this is Aqualina Pink Sugar, and this is a flanker called Creamy Sunshine. And I will show you the package. I know some people are interested in packages and other people aren't, so I do just show them for the fun of it. So this smells just like pink sugar, which is cotton candy, sugar, but it doesn't have the burned note. There is a kind of a burned sugar quality to the regular pink sugar, and then it also has some licorice in it, which I like licorice. The licorice in the original provides a little depth and character. This does not have that. It has the sugary sweetness, but then it's got a lot of vanilla. And that creamy sunshine name of it, and then the color on the package here really is about vanilla. And you can see it in the juice as well in the bottle. Think of it like pink sugar, like a vanilla flavored pink sugar. And it's very pretty. And I watched on a video a while ago on some other perfume channel that this was a dupe for something, and I honestly don't know what it is. That would be worth looking up. And if you know what it is, please feel free to share it in the comments. But I honestly don't know what it's duping. But it's very nice. And this was like $15. Very inexpensive, but very pretty. Easy wear. Next up, I have another oldie but goodie. This is Bluegrass by Elizabeth Arden. And I'll show you the box. Now, this is probably my third or fourth bottle of Bluegrass. And this fragrance goes back to the 1930s or 40s. I don't remember exactly which one. But this is, in a nutshell, a classic white floral. But it's very soapy. It's a soapy fragrance. This is like nuclear soap. It's also a green fragrance. So think of a green soap, right? So if you had like a lot of iris, a lot of powdery white florals mixed with green notes in a scented soap, that is Bluegrass. It's extremely fresh. It's extremely clean. It's very ladylike. This is one of the #1 compliment getting fragrances I have ever worn in my life. Everyone I know that I've worn this around loves it. I've gotten compliments from strangers. My family love it. I love it. My mother loves it. Of course, my mother's in her 80s, but even my husband loves it. And it's best, in my opinion, to be worn in hot weather. However, this also goes year-round. Whenever I just don't want to think about what I'm wearing and I don't want to be challenged, I will often pull out Bluegrass. It's very inexpensive. It's also available in other, like I know the Bluegrass deodorant is very popular. I've never tried that. It's the old-fashioned liquid roll-on. And I don't care for roll-ons, but otherwise I'd be all about it if it was in a spray or in a solid. I cannot recommend this enough. If you like soapy fragrances, if you like green fragrances, I really, really think you need to try this, especially since it's not expensive. Absolutely one of my all-time favorites. All right, next up, I have two more, and I'm going to kind of talk about them at the same time. So first up, I have Ciara, and this is by Revlon, and here is the box. I'm just going to put the box here. Ciara, if you can see the name of it here. And then I also have Tabu, another classic fragrance. Now, I don't only wear classics. There's the box. But I love the classics. They're also very inexpensive. So, and Tabu is by, oh, I don't remember who makes Tabu anymore, but I will have it in the description box below. All right, so I'm going to compare these two because I had seen a video a while back. These are both spicy classic florals. Ciara was formulated in the 70s, Tabu in the 30s. Tabu was made historically to be scented like a lady of the night. Ciara is a bit of a dupe, and it's playing on the popularity of Opium by YSL, which took over the world back in the 70s. And everyone was wearing it. The whole world was about Opium. And I still like Opium, but I kind of got burned out on it, and I like these two better, actually. They're equally long-lasting as the original Opium, and they are a small fraction of the price. And they're probably stronger. So I have heard that Ciara smells like root beer, and Tabu smells like Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper. So I guess you could say that these are gourmand. In fact, the videos that I originally had seen were listing them as gourmands because of that. Now, I love Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb, and I love root beer. I don't really drink pop anymore, but I was an avid pop drinker when I was a teenager, drank those things all the time. I agree, there is a similarity to those sodas, but I wouldn't say that when I spray Taboo, I'm like, oh, I remember that certain pop I used to drink. No. I would say, yes, there's a quality to it, but primarily not. They both last a good 8 hours to 10 hours. When sprayed before bed, you will still smell them in the morning. They're both very spicy. They're both very strong. Ciara is a bit more of a perfumey perfume, is what it's called, in that it really doesn't have a lot of natural scent other than the slight gourmand qualities that I just discussed. Taboo really is more oriental, spicy. You can actually pick up the clove and the cinnamon in the Taboo. Ciara is really more oriental spice, but without anything specific that can be picked out. And it's much more aldehydic. But they're both very spicy. They're spice bombs. They're great for winter, great for wearing in the cold, great for Christmas. Beautiful if you like spicy oriental fragrances. Absolutely gorgeous. And that is it for this video. I think I presented 10 here, 9 or 10. And again, I will have all of the names and their manufacturers down in the description. None of these cost more than $25. Some of them are well under $20 even. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.